This recipe, it is so quick, it's delicious. It also happens to be really heart healthy. You're gonna love it. I'm Chef Emilie Berner, and I'm here at the New York-Presbyterian Hudson Valley Hospital's Teaching Kitchen, where I'm gonna be showing you how to make some heart-healthy chicken tinga tacos. Let's go. We're gonna start with 1 cup of red onion. Red onion has a little bit of a sweeter taste, and red onion has great anti-inflammatory compounds, which is good for lowering your risk of heart disease. So I'm just gonna start by taking off the top and the bottom of the onion. This is gonna make it a lot easier to peel. You can always buy onions that are already peeled up and chopped if you want to make this even faster. We're gonna do our garlic next. So we're gonna pop this open. Garlic helps to lower cholesterol. It also helps to lower your blood pressure. So it's a really important food. It's really, really delicious. We're gonna start by trimming the bottom. I use the side of my knife and the heel of my hand to just press down. It's just a little trick to make it easier to peel. And then we're just gonna dice this up. So you wanna make a tight bear claw with your fingers there and just slice. We're gonna be using some cumin seed. I love cumin seed. It adds a really nice earthy richness to this dish. And then the fun part starts. I'm gonna be using a mortar and pestle to really break up the spice. It smells amazing. Our next step is to use some fresh oregano. So we have some right here, and fresh oregano has some really wonderful compounds that just help to activate the immune system and are heart protective. So when you're using fresh oregano, you want to make sure that you pick the leaves off of the stem, because the stem is a little bit tough and woody, and we don't want to use the stem in this recipe. I'm just gonna bundle this together in a nice little pile, and then I'm gonna do the same motion that we did with the garlic here. We're just gonna mince this up. It smells really wonderful. Oregano is gonna add a little bit of a peppery bite to this recipe, so if you like spice, oregano adds a nice kick. Now for the tomato puree. We're gonna be using 1 cup of canned tomato puree. I'm just gonna pour it into our measuring cup here. And tomato puree is particularly high in lycopene, which is a wonderful antioxidant that helps to combat LDL cholesterol, also known as the bad cholesterol. When you cook tomatoes, they actually develop even more lycopene, making it even heart healthier. So for this next step, we're gonna be using some lean chicken breast. Now, chicken breast is really high in protein. Not only that, it's low in saturated fat. And not only is that protein gonna help to keep you full, but it's also gonna help to rebuild muscle tissue. The smaller you shred it, the better. So you can start by cutting across, and then we're gonna start by going across this way. All right, so let's cook these chicken tinga tacos. We're gonna start by turning on our pan, getting this going over a nice even heat. I like to use cast iron because it definitely makes things a little bit more even in terms of cooking. We're using about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now, olive oil is full of monounsaturated fats, which is one of the best heart-healthy oils that there is. Garlic tends to burn pretty quickly, so you want to add it after your onion. You really want to bloom your spices. Anytime that you're using a spice, it's important to give it a little bit of heat just to kind of wake up the aromatics of this spice. And all of these aromatics, they're what's gonna make this dish come alive. We're gonna add a little bit of salt to this dish. You really don't need a lot, but it does help to bring out some flavor. Now, if you're watching your sodium, you can leave the salt out. That's not a problem at all. Once you have this all together, then you add the chicken and it's a piece of cake. You're gonna wanna stir this up. Make sure that the sauce really coats the chicken. And and gives it all of that great, great flavor. So you can see here, I'm gonna bring the heat up just a tiny bit to keep it bubbling, but once you've reached this step, you're pretty much done. All right, folks, let's put this all together. We're gonna start by getting our tortillas. Now, we're using some corn tortillas here. We're gonna fill those with this delicious chicken tinga taco that we have spent just minutes putting together. And you wanna do about 1 scoop per tortilla. You don't wanna fill them up so much that you can't pick up the tortilla, because otherwise it can get a little bit messy. Now for the fun part, you get to put whatever garnishes you want. We're gonna be using some purple cabbage as a little bit of a garnish here. It adds a really nice color, and it's also really high in antioxidants, which we know are really important for heart health. And this is a beautiful, delicious avocado. Instead of hacking at the seed and trying to pull it out like that, just squeeze it a little bit with one hand and pop it out with the other. It's much safer in terms of hands and knife safety. And we're gonna put this on top of our chicken tinga tacos for a little bit of extra fat and flavor. If you wanna dress it up just a little bit more, you can add some of that fresh cilantro. Top it all off with a little bit of cotija cheese. And any kind of low-fat cheese that you'd like to use is absolutely great. Lime has a lot of vitamin C. It's gonna add a nice bright pop of flavor. And there you go. You've got your heart-healthy chicken tinga tacos ready to go.